tool holders. I made the tool holders for the lathe. Same tips. Not sure what that steel is, to be honest. It feels fairly tough. Noise of the mill, the compressor when it fires up, and my heater. Fairly noisy today. Feel a tiny little ridge there. The rest of it's not too bad. We'll keep going down till we get a full clean up, and then I think we'll put the big face mill in and just take a 5-10 thou pass, something like that, just to clean it all up. Right, we'll carry on. Right, we'll have a bit of a clean up, I think. As soon as the mill looks like something's exploded on it, we'll have a bit of a clean up and then talk about what we're going to do. Well, Happy New Year to everybody. No doubt you'll be wondering what's the plumber up to this time. Well, I have two of those little 1, 2, 3 blocks, and that's it. All I have for any type of setup. A friend of mine in Sheffield, Dave, used, what's his channel called again? I can never remember it. Dave User 28 something or other like that. He's a proper machinist, and I went to see him last year, and he gave me a load of bits of steel and stuff. Very kind of him. I haven't thrown anything away. He gave me a bag full of old end mills which I sharpened up, and I use them all the time. And I've got these blocks of steel, and I thought that it was time we sort of turned them into something. Like I say, I've got no setup blocks for anything, but I've got a milling machine and a surface grinder and a little bit of determination, so I'm going to see what it is that we can do. That's the bit that you've seen me have in the mill squaring up. You can see it wants some chopping off the ends here to get that somewhere looking square. But what I'm thinking is, I'm not bothered about them being the same length, but width wise, what's that one? That's 62 or 2.5 inch. That's 60 mil, just under 2.5 inch. So there's a little bit to come off this one. I did actually machine this and grind it earlier on in the year to do something with it. I can't remember what it was now, but that one's not too far off. A long way from where I want it to be, but maybe not too far off from that. So what I'm thinking is, if I machine both these to the same width that way, and then machine them both the same height, then I can use them on the machine, can't I, for if I need to put out on there to clamp them down either that way, or if they're the same width I can lay them on the side. And we've got 2 bits of steel here from Dave as well. This is 24T on it, so that'll be EN24. And this, I can't really see what it says. 4115 possibly. I'm not sure. But we could do something similar with these. That's just over 50 mil wide. So is that one. So yeah. So we could machine these, couldn't we, so that there was the same width, and we could actually turn them on the sides and use them as setup, and leave the rest of it, you know, the size it is more or less, obviously machined and cleaned up. You'd think 4 setup blocks of that sort of size would be enough for anybody, wouldn't you? But what we might do is, I'm just wondering if I do these 2 first and then drop back on these later, or do I just carry on and do them all? I suppose I maybe ought to carry on and do them all, didn't I? Anyway, that's the one that we've just had in and cleaned that top off, because that was actually shaped like a U. It was about this high, maybe 1.5 inches higher than it is now, but it obviously had a circle cut out of it. So that's got a load of scale on that side. That side's not too bad. So I think if I clean this side up best I can, we'll get it in the milling machine that way down. Should I say that side down. By the way, I still haven't got my other microphone, my wireless microphone on, so we're on the shotgun mic at the minute. Burrs off there. Well, the guy that gave me this stuff, he's a proper machinist. He's got some really big old Dean Smith and Gracie lathes. He's really good chap. If I remember when I'm editing this, I'll put a link in the dibbly doobly, whatever you call it, at the bottom. Because if you don't watch him, he's well worth a watch. Like the sort of stuff he does don't come across it very often, and well, it's just a wealth of information. Like, it's just a really nice guy. Pull that across a bit. So we'll see how good we can get these blocks with a cheap, shitty old Chinese vise. Let me think. I'm 52 with a with a surface grinder that's older than me. And on top of all that, I'm a plumber. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, shall we? Could be a total disaster. But if you don't try, we're never going to know, are we? Right, we'll just get set up and then we'll take a skin pass off the top of that. That's all I tend to do. Just bring that down till it touches. Crawl underneath the camera. Zero the knee, let the knee down a bit. Bring the knee back to zero, so I think we'll take, let's take a 10th thou cut on it. A bit of water up. See a lot of that. I'll just reposition this camera. Right, let's try that, shall we? See what happens. 10th thou cut on. Obviously high in the middle. I shall go back to that other tool when I do the sides. So we've done the front face on the back view of the bike, get this one flat, and we'll flip it up and we'll do this back face that you can see here. Just take another 10 to see where we get to. 5 fail this time. Nice and smooth. Take that rough edge off there. A little bit of solder here, look. Help us a little bit. This time we'll bring the knee up to it. Nice and slowly. We've got a high spot on that end, hasn't it? That's another 10. difference in the finish look is you don't think that, would you? Another tank. As if it's a different piece of steel, isn't it? That's got it. Turn the water off. I wonder why it was making such a funny noise doing that bit there. Really makes sense, does it, why it was doing that? There's a bit of heat in it. Teeth look okay. I think I'll have to go put that in the vise and clean that up. A bit of a bigger burr on there. I wonder if the vibration could be because of this piece of soldering. That's just a piece of solder that is off a reel, just as a to push it. Now everybody uses they all use what they're called TIG rods, don't they? But I don't have a TIG welder. Now that's the knee zeroed. Come off that way in case there's a high spot this side. I'm just going to bring that back to zero. I'm not actually going to put a cut on it just yet. So we get these burrs off here, like so. And then we'll have to get it back in the vise, won't we, do the two ends. So my thoughts on that are, so just clean this down, I'll show you what I'm thinking. I'm trying to get this as good as I can on the mill, obviously, so I haven't got so much grinding to do. I'm going to get them on the grinder. So I'll make sure that's all nice and clean in there. So that ends about the best. Clean all that crap off it. I'll tell you what, let's just have a quick measure, shall we? See what we have got either end. So I'm getting 81.58. 81.59. Well, I'm getting the same now, actually. I suppose I should do it with a micrometer, shouldn't I? Yeah, 81.58. 81.58. 81.6. 81.6. So we've got, what's that? What we got there, boys? Oh, we've got 200ths of a millimetre difference, which is, what's that? It's less than a thou in it. So that's not too bad. What I thought I would do was stick that in there like that. Just get it somewhere close. Just put a little nip on it. And then I'll run a dial DTI up and down the side, keep tapping it one way or the other to clock it in so that the sides are parallel with what I want to cut on the top. So that'll be the next bit, but that now we'll have to wait because it's New Year's Day and I managed to squeeze a couple of hours to come out here and have a play. So we'll pick this up maybe tomorrow and see how we get on. We'll get in there anyway. So like I say, we've got, that's the one I'm going to put brother to that one, and then we've got the other two smaller ones there. So right, I'll have another go tomorrow. Saves buying a new one. Right, I've clocked that in up and down the side there. Zero. Well, it's just under zero at both ends. Right. Right, I'll just move this camera about a bit. So, I didn't realise when I did that last one. Which one was it? That one. It's got a chip right off the corner of it, look. It most probably still cut, but while I was doing it I did the other two, and yeah, they seem to come out well enough. So that other one will have to go back and be redone. I was given these 3 16mm carbide end mills, because they were too blunt for what they were being used for, obviously. I don't know how many times I've sharpened them, but I keep doing it. So those particular end mills there, they're about 120 quid a piece, so makes sense to sharpen them, doesn't it? Right, let's bring the table up just a bit. Right, so all we want to be doing really is just levelling the top off. I'll get my dirty great arm out of the way so to get some. So we'll put it down so it touches.